The current international situation is coming to a head, and soon. NATO forces are surging assets into West Germany, and naval exercises in the Norwegian Sea have seen a notable increase. Tensions are rising, and a lot of these maneuvers appear to be preparations for NATO to conduct a first strike on Warsaw Pact forces. The Soviet Union will not be caught off balance once again in case of hostilities. The Red Fleet has made preparations to cause as much damage to NATO wherever we can. The large anti-submarine cruiser Petropavlovsk has been transferred to Commander Red Banner Northern Fleet. Petropavlovsk will be deployed to the South Atlantic with 4 additional warships: the missile cruiser Varyag, the large submarine ship Ognavoy, and the experimental aviation ship Znamya Oktyabra. This is a modified roll-on, roll-off ship that is carrying Yak-38 fighters of the 279th Independent Shipborne Assault Aviation Regiment. This force is designated Strike Group Molniya. The task force is to proceed into the South Atlantic under conditions of strict radio silence. Unnecessary contact must be avoided, and Task Force Molniya is to operate outside established commercial shipping lanes. Upon arrival to the South Atlantic, the strike group will maintain full readiness for execution of combat operations in the event of hostilities. Late in the night, June 24, 1984, Soviet reconnaissance ships were attacked by NATO forces in the Norwegian Sea. The world is at war once more. Early in the morning on June 25th, Task Group Molniya received a flash directive from GHQ Red Banner Northern Fleet. It read as follows. In connection with the outbreak of hostilities, it is confirmed that NATO forces initiated armed actions against our observation element during their conduct of military exercises in the Norwegian Sea. Available information indicates that NATO was prepared for escalation and awaiting pretext for offensive operations. The armed forces of the USSR have transitioned to a wartime footing. Effective immediately, execute unrestricted sea and air combat operations against NATO forces and NATO-aligned merchant shipping. Attachments provide identification data for NATO merchant ships transiting the South Atlantic towards Cape Town. Intelligence assesses that these vessels are intended to support reinforcement of NATO facilities at Diego Garcia. Latest satellite pass shows these merchants attempting to form up into a convoy with US escorts while underway. Detection and destruction of these vessels prior to reaching NATO air cover from South Africa is of the highest operational priority. After destruction of these vessels, rendezvous with our support element in Angola for resupply and further orders. Oceans are now battlefields. Good luck, comrade. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to Sea Power, Naval Combat in the Missile Age. We are starting the brand new campaign that was just released for Sea Power called Strike Group Molniya. This is mission number 1. Of course, this campaign puts us in command of a Soviet strike group. We currently find ourselves in the South Atlantic. NATO forces are attempting to form a convoy, and we are going to make sure that does not happen. There are 4 cargo ships out here, allegedly, and we are going to sink all 4 of them, hopefully with minimal losses. Now, I am very concerned about losses in this campaign because this campaign uses new persistence mechanics. So if we lose a ship in one of the missions, that ship will not carry over into future missions. This also goes for our anti-ship missiles and other ordnance. Strike Group Molniya has very, very capable anti-ship missiles. However, they are limited, so I do want to be rather picky with when and how I utilize these anti-ship missiles to ensure best impact and that we just don't waste them on a cargo ship, for example. Some of our ships are capable of reloading their anti-ship missiles at sea, but we only have so many stores. The flagship of Task Group Molniya is Petropavlovsk, a Kaarel-class missile cruiser, which is a very, very capable surface ship. She has very good surface-to-air missiles and also is a good anti-submarine warfare platform. We do have these SSN-14B Silex missiles, which can be used against ships in addition to their primary role of engaging submarines with a rocket-assisted torpedo. I'm going to quickly go through these ships in Strike Group Molniya. We have Ognivoy here, which is a Kashin-class destroyer. She does have 4 SSN-2C Styx anti-ship missiles, which have pretty good range. The next ship in the task group is Varyag, which is a Kinda class, and she is carrying 8 of these SSN-3B Sepal anti-ship missiles. Now, the cool thing about the Sepals is they can be reloaded at sea. We do have 8 of them in the tubes. However, through these doors here, there are actually reloads, so these can be reloaded in between missions. That being said, we only have a total of 16, and that includes the 8 already in their tubes. I am curious if Ognivoy here can reload her Styx anti-ship missiles. The Soviets put a lot of effort into being able to reload their anti-ship missiles at sea, so we'll see about those Styx. It does seem like something that could be able to be reloaded, but I am not sure. Okay, and our last asset is the most interesting one, Zenmaya Oktyabra, a modified roll-on roll-off ship. She is capable of carrying Yak-38s. Let's bring up the hangar. We can see we already have some Yak-38s prepped and ready to go. Some of these with a strike precision loadout and some with an anti-ship loadout. We have aircraft already airborne. Diesel 1 here. I'm going to order you to flip on your surface search radar and climb up to your max altitude. We already have a hostile helo detected. We have a Yak-38 already airborne. I'm going to order it to move in and prosecute that Sea Sprite. Now, the Yak-38 is far from the best aircraft. We do not have a proper search radar. We do have a radar warning receiver, though, so that will come in handy, but we really are mainly relying on the good old Mark I eyeball. We have lots of contacts out here. We need to start sifting through these, figuring out who is friend and who is foe. For the time being, Strike Group Molniya is going to operate under MCON. I do not want to reveal our hand just yet, but we are going to start launching some Yaks. Now, looking at the aircraft we already have available, we have some Yak-38 with the Strike Precision loadout. I'm going to go ahead and get them launched. While we are doing that, Diesel 1 is going to climb up to Angels 10, and let's have them flip on their radar. While those Yaks are taking off, I've ordered Caliber 1 to head towards this incoming Sea Sprite. Let's go ahead and order him to engage. If you find him, go ahead and shoot at him, and it looks like he's already made visual contact with the Sea Sprite over here. Okay, they fired. Let's see. Do we have a hit? It looks like it missed. Great. Okay, come back around and try to engage once more. Caliber 2 flight is airborne. These guys are carrying AS-7 carry anti-ship missiles. They have 2 of them each, and they are climbing up to Angels 30. Let's watch this. Another air-to-air missile fired. There we go. Okay, Sea Sprite destroyed. Good stuff. Caliber 1, just fly over and VID these merchant ships. that will be quite helpful. I have Diesel 1 climbing up and using its radar, and we were sifting through some of these contacts, seeing if anyone wanted to talk. So this merchant, track 7018, agreed to comply. Let's see, anyone up here? This is very peculiar. A group of 3 vessels, all going 11.6 knots. This may be the NATO convoy that is forming up. This contact's moving 15 knots. Let's see, do you want to chat? Identify yourself. Not responding. Not responding, and you not responding. Okay. This guy is going 26 knots. And okay, Caliber 1 has just identified this merchant ship as an American merchant ship. Okay, that is a valid target. We are going to engage that here momentarily. I'm going to order our helo to offset itself just a little bit. And also, I want to manage our flight deck a little bit. So we have quite a few aircraft that can be prepped. I'm going to prep 1 with an air-to-air loadout, and then 2 more with this precision loadout. This gives them those AS-7s. 2 of them. Let's give them Volna call sign, and then we can do 1 more. Strike 2 FAB 250s. Let's 14 minutes. Yeah, we'll just do the strike. Okay, and get them ready as well. There we go. Caliber 1 has identified another merchant ship. It is neutral, Greek-flagged tanker. Okay, hello. Nice to see ya. Caliber 2, they are flying way up here. I'm going to have them investigate this contact moving 26 knots. Now, we do know that there is possibly a Knox-class frigate out there. One cool thing, if we go to the unit reference, this is a new feature. We can just type in what we are looking for, and it is a frigate, and we are going to go with a modern variant. The year is 1985, so the Knox is carrying RGM-84 harpoons. They have 4 of them. They also have RIM 7s for self-defense against aircraft. So those are garbage, but the harpoons are kind of scary. Now, the harpoons do have a range of 65 nautical miles. If this is a Knox-class frigate, we're going to find out real soon because their fire control radar is probably going to lock onto us. But 65 nautical miles, we are well in range if he is the Knox. Now, this one in the lead might be escorting a couple of ships. If this is a Knox, we are almost in range. But yeah, that is really, really close. The map mode just changed as well. Got flashbanged. Okay, they've identified this as another hostile merchant ship here. Okay, Caliber 1, keep doing your thing. See if any of these guys want to chat. Identify yourself. They're not communicating. Yeah, fly over there, see what's what. Caliber 2 flight. I want you guys to act individually. We are also going to go to loose spacing. The other yak is going to peel off. Okay, we are at 29,000 feet. Now, if this is a Knox, I don't think it's a Knox. They probably would have started to fire at us by now, if I had to guess. Let's start dropping down. Go down to Angel 6. And we'll overfly them. I'm kind of scared. It is risky using our yaks like this. They are not an asset that can be replaced, but I'd rather risk our yaks than any of our surface ships, that's for sure. Still not picking any radar signals here. I'm going to have Caliber 2-2 split off a little bit. Also go down, hug the deck. This guy's turning. And we are being shot at. Okay. Hello. Now, the briefing did say there were multiple frigates out here. One potentially a Knox, the other a Brook, I believe. Okay, ID this is hostile. Caliber 2-2 go in. Let's try to hit it. We'll split their fire. It looks like Caliber 2-1 is drawing a lot of the 5-inch gunfire here. Yeah, definitely is. Okay, increase speed. Caliber 2-2. Let's see, can you get them? They're in range. Nice. Okay, one AS7 away. We just got a hit on target. Caliber 2-2 is breaking off. Caliber 2-1 still drawing their fire here. Break off. Caliber 2-2. Get ready to engage again. It does not look like that AS7 did a whole lot. Come back around. Engage with another. Okay. Coming at him. Popping up. Looking good. There we go. Another one away. These little missiles are pretty fast. And they are shooting at me now. Got a track. There we go. Okay, break. Get out of here. She is now burning. That is probably a mission kill, maybe? She's still shooting, though. Caliber 2, come over here. Yeah, Caliber 2 is going to come in, engage once again. Let's get a full picture. Okay, nothing else has changed. Caliber 1 is VIDing some of these guys. Nice. Okay, Caliber 2-1 closing in, getting ready to launch a carry anti-ship missile. The third missile is away and heading towards the target. She has a pretty big fire burning amidships. Both 5-inch guns are still operational and are firing. But I think that is going to do it. Yeah, there we go. Third hit, target destroyed. They are abandoning ship. Okay. I'm thinking we should investigate some of these other contacts. Let's go see what this guy is. They are moving 11 knots. These guys are also moving 11 knots. Were we just being shot at? No, I don't think so. Okay, go down to Angels 1. Caliber 1, go VID this guy. Good. I would also like to check in up here to the north and see if we get shot at. If we get shot at, that's a good way to tell that these guys are in fact hostile. Let's also check on our anti-ship loadouts. Yes, they are ready. Launch that. I also want to launch a helicopter here. Go ahead and launch that off of Petropavlovsk. You can never be too careful when it comes to submarines. Okay, something is already... Okay, something's trying to shoot at Caliber 2-1. Hit the deck. Down to 50. Caliber 3, break. Max speed. Yeah, something's painting us. So this guy is hostile. Got it. Info. Any more info on him? Not really, no. Okay, it looks like we're out of range. Slow down. Let's go investigate this other one. It's probably another merchant ship. So I'm going to assume these are hostile. The mission briefing tells us we need to sink 4 NATO merchant ships, and I think we have our 4. These 2 down here, and then these 2 up here. This guy is probably just another neutral. We'll do a quick flyby to VID that, and we are being painted. Okay, break. It is not. Caliber 3. Hit the deck, down to 50. Caliber 2-1, break. Are you being shot at? You are being shot at. Look. 5-inch gunfire. There are 3 warships out here at least. And there's a helo over here far to the east, so there's 4 of them. Okay, Caliber 2-1. Let's start hauling ass. Let's try to get them with one of these things. 1 carry. Caliber 3. Let's see. Break off. Keep them distracted a little bit. I wish these things had better range. Okay, on the deck, hauling ass. I think this is how we're going to have to do things, just slowly pick them apart. Caliber 2's moving in, as fast as she can, taking gunfire. Almost in range. Popping up. Okay, visual. Come on, let it rip. Almost there. This looks like a Nox. Fire. Okay. AS-7's heading towards them. Come on. Missiles closing in. Impact amidships. Okay, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Run, 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 run. We are... This other thing, whatever that is, escorting the convoy is scary. Okay. Get out of here. Book it. Max speed. This thing is turning like it's firing at us. Okay, we are leaving the Nox burning. That's good, though. Hopefully we caused some pretty serious issues for them there. This Nox got really, really unlucky, though. I mean, we kind of attacked from the bow, so they never could really get an arc to fire their Rim 7s. Okay, our Yaks are doing pretty good. If we kind of do a pincer maneuver, let's just RTB. If we do it like a pincer, one of them drags and takes the brunt of the anti-aircraft fire while the others move in and engage with anti-ship missiles. That's a pretty good way to get some kills, it looks like. Now we have a Sea Sprite over here. Assuming there's another hostile somewhere out here, out of radar range. Problematic. I'm also going to order us to slow down all ahead of 1/3. I want our helo begin dropping sono buoys out here, and then let's launch some more Yaks. Strike precision, they have 2 minutes remaining. Let's launch this guy with its strike loadout. So that is 2 frigates destroyed with a possible 3rd somewhere over here. I'm going to... Debating flipping on radars now. Let's have our task force change course just a little bit. I'm wondering if we could have our Yaks come around and engage the NATO convoy from the rear, potentially just engaging the 2 merchant ships, sinking them, and then heading home, leaving the frigate. Whatever this is, it's scary. Because they were locking us up quite far away. Yeah, 18 nautical miles out. It's iffy. I could fire our good anti-ship missiles. I mean, these things have a magnificent range. I'm ordering our task force to start turning around because, I mean, this Nox is heavily damaged. She is dead in the water, but she could still launch harpoons our way, and we are just barely in range. So let's get moving. All ahead full. Get the heck out of here. Caliber 4, what are you? To FAB 500. Bombs, head over. Let's just engage that merchant ship, bomb that thing, and head home. Molniya 1, you are carrying bombs as well. Go ahead and bomb that guy. Okay. 2 strike aircraft heading out to engage these merchant ships. What I need... Caliber 1's running low on fuel. What I need is another air-to-air aircraft. Air-to-air, launch this as soon as you can, because we have the Sea Sprite over here to the east. And I need to keep thinking about how to tackle this situation. I'm thinking we get 2 pairs of Yaks and we engage from the northwest and northeast against these 2 merchant ships. We just hit them and avoid any real confrontation with this warship. Once that is completed, we just turn tail and run. I do not want an extended confrontation with NATO assets. One merchant ship has been hit with bombs and is now burning up. We have another Yak closing in on the rear merchant. This guy's carrying some really chunky bombs, FAB 500s, and yeah, that is going to mess them up. Once these guys RTB, we'll load them up with carry anti-ship missiles. Another Sea Sprite has been launched from this thing. And then I am worried about whatever is out here to the far east. Caliber 5 is airborne. Another aircraft loaded to air-to-air missiles. They are heading out to engage the Sea Sprite. I would like them to slow down and climb up to try to conserve some fuel. Both merchant ships have now been bombed. One has been destroyed. The other is continuing to burn. We can engage with anti-ship missiles or gunfire if needed here soon. Going over to our roll-on, roll-off ship. They are getting recovering aircraft now at the moment. We can't really begin prepping more aircraft just yet. Caliber 5 is closing in on the Sea Sprite. Let's drop down to 1,000 feet or so here. And Caliber 4 is going to RTB. Okay, where you find ourselves in a pretty good position. Still, this is the toughest nut to crack up to the north. Let's see if this guy wants to talk now. Agrees to comply. Okay. Neutral vessel, what about you? Identify yourself, does not respond. I am kind of worried where this guy came from. We know there's something way out here. I would be interested in investigating that. Let's see. No submarines around. It looks like. What's your range? Yeah, go ahead and fly out here. Why the hell not? Flip on your surface search radar while you're at it. See what's going on. If you find something, you find something. If you don't, you don't. Just don't get shot down. Okay, Caliber 5 is dropping down. Keep dropping down. I need you to get visual on this Sea Sprite. Caliber 5 is having some trouble spotting. We are just going to flip on air search radars. And there we go, got him. All right, direct him in. Everybody, flip on your radars. No need. Except the carrier, we are not going to have you turn on your radar. Okay, Caliber 5's closing on in. Engage with an air-to-air missile. Okay. Where is he? He's somewhere out here. There he is. Hello. He's actually flying quite high. There's no way NATO forces don't know where we are now. And then once you've destroyed this guy, go ahead and start climbing up. If the missile hits, and there we go, it hit, good. All right, go up, climb up and engage this other one way out here. Reduce your speed, conserve fuel, all that good stuff. Okay, looking at what we have available. These aircraft are being serviced. They have 20 minutes until they are ready. ASW Hunter. Don't really need that out just yet, I don't think. So it's going to be 20 minutes until we can effectively strike these guys way up here. I think we have time on our side. We can do that. I think trying to hit them with the yaks is really our best bet. I don't really want to go up against all their harpoons if I can help it, or just destroying this guy flat out. It looks like they are recovering their damage, and see that massive hole blasted amidships. The ASRock launcher is burning, so maybe the harpoons that are stored in there are destroyed as well. Not really too interested in taking chances on that, though. We'll see if this Nox ends up sinking. American Damage Control, of course, is capable of working miracles, though. Our yak has managed to engage and destroy another American Helo. We'll see if they are able to launch more. Let's take a look. How long do we have? 16 minutes to go. Debating just launching now, but it's best. I'd rather just launch a big package here. So we'll probably be able to launch in about 30 or so minutes. I do not want to close the gap either, really, at this point. Nothing I can really fire at the moment. We could fire Silexes at this merchant ship, but this is easily destroyed with aircraft. She's burning, that's fine, we can just leave her there. Yak 38s are currently being loaded up with more anti-ship missiles, and we are going to go after the convoy to the north. We are also readying another Yak with bombs to engage this merchant ship. The time has come. All 4 Yaks have been serviced and loaded with Kory anti-ship missiles. They are all commencing their takeoffs now. They are going to head out towards the convoy in the north. Okay, both flights of Yaks are airborne. They are up at altitude climbing around. They are going to go for these merchant ships up here. Molniya 3 is lagging a little bit behind, but it looks like they will be able to catch up just fine. I do have our helo way out here to the east. They have not picked up anything out there, so I have no idea where that sea sprite came from. This large radar contact is not talking. I doubt the sea sprite came from that. Also, it looks like the Nox is underway once again. But that is not a priority. The merchant ships are the priority. I do want, let's see. Yeah, this one's ready. Let's get this other Yak airborne. This guy's carrying a heavy strike, so more bombs. We're just going to bomb this merchant ship and send it to the bottom. The fight up in the north, though, is going to be very risky. Hopefully we do not lose any Yaks. The Yaks are in position. They are now 22 nautical miles out. I am going to order them both to change their spacing to loose. There we go. And hit the deck. Down to 50. And down to 50. Okay. Dropping down to the deck. We're not being shot at yet, so good news there. Hopefully 2 missiles here for each merchant ship will be enough. I guess I could always just go after the frigates and close... Oh shit, no, we are being fired at. Break. Get out of here. Okay. Come on, hit the deck, quickly. 50 feet, let's go. Okay. That's, we were not picking up their radars at all. SM-1, I think that was. I may just have to fire real anti-ship missiles at this guy. Whatever the heck this is. Keep dropping down. The other flight's coming around. Okay, turn back in. Turn back in. Not burn all of our fuel. It takes so much fuel to get up here. Don't burn it all off before we get to fire our missiles. Okay, in position. This guy's braking. Flare. Oh, that was too close, buddy. Okay, come on. Get down to 50 feet. There's another missile inbound for sure. Molniya 3-2. Go ahead and get the hell out of here, buddy. Okay, max speed. Let's go. I'm thinking we need to fire real anti-ship missiles here. This was an idea. I wanted to try to conserve them. Okay, break. Chaff. Okay, we lost one. Don't do this. This is not going to work. Go ahead and get out of here. We will be firing 2 anti-ship missiles at this frigate. I was just trying to avoid launching those missiles. Hopefully 2 can get through. Can you guys just loiter here? Are you being fired at back here? It looks like they're out of range. Let's see if we can hold on to fuel. Okay, come on. Engaging with 2 here. Caliber 1. Go ahead and bomb this guy. Bomb this merchant ship. Send that thing down to the bottom. And let's see. These big missile tubes swing out. Oh, man. You love to see it. 1 away. And 2. Alright. 2 of them heading towards that frigate. Anti-ship missiles are closing in on the frigate. They are attempting to fire at them. These missiles are sea skimming though. They are at 65 feet closing in on the target. Fingers crossed one of them gets through here. Okay, one of them was already intercepted. Not great, frankly. Okay, this thing is proving to be a tough nut to crack already. Missiles still closing in. Are they firing again? This looks like... I can't tell what this warship is just yet. Okay. Another missile has missed. They have launched another one. I'm not firing more than 2. If this one doesn't get through, we'll find another way to finish the job. It looks like it has a good shot of getting through, though. Another standard missile. Blew it up. Okay. Strike group Molniya. Increase speed all ahead full. Let's go get on in there. This Nox is turning around as well. I can't believe we lost a yak. Okay, these guys go ahead and RTB. We'll refuel and tackle the situation in a different way. Styx anti-ship missiles. Almost in range. We're probably going to have to defend against incoming harpoons. Well, folks, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is we are well within harpoon range and they have not fired at us. We have identified both of the frigates. One is the Nox we have damaged. This guy does have harpoons. He has not fired. We have identified the other frigate, and this is a Brook class, and they do not carry harpoons. So we are closing in and we are going to engage with our anti-ship weapons. The bad news is that yak died for nothing. We did not need to try that whole plan upon finding out this was a Brook class. So a rather balanced group of frigates, I must say. One is set for air-to-air, one for anti-sub work, but also has the harpoons. Anyway, we are closing in at flank speed. We should be there momentarily. Our goblets double as anti-surface weapons, and we will probably utilize these first. We are now 25 nautical miles away from the target. We are in Silex range. Highly debating engaging with both of these, 2 of them, at the Brook. Let's go ahead and do that. Fire 2. Okay, 1 away. I'll fire a second one. 2 away. Hopefully one of those ends up getting through. We are also almost in SAN-3 range. Let's see here. Oh, very, very close. We are going as fast as we can towards the target. I'm going to order you to begin launching more yaks. Go ahead and send them up. And these things are probably already being shot at. If I had to guess, the Brook has to see them already. No, it doesn't look like it yet. The Brook did expend a good amount of her surface-to-air missiles. I doubt she has a whole lot. I just want to avoid getting into SM-1 range with our surface ships. I do not want them blasting us with SM-1s. That would be incredibly embarrassing. Okay, Silexes are closing in. Standard missiles are being fired. One just whiffed. Okay, lucky there. These are already getting pretty darn close. Another missile just flew right over. Come on, get through. Get on through. I think these have a good shot of actually hitting. Oh my goodness. Yep, impact directly amidships. One hit. I love that both of them got through and our good anti-ship missiles did not. Classic. Classic. Okay, keep on closing in. We're going to launch these aircraft. They are going to start hitting the merchants and the Nox. I have our roll-on, roll-off ship operating pretty far in the back, just to avoid getting hit, really. The Brook has been hit with 2 anti-ship missiles. Massive hole blasted in the side of her hull. Fires all throughout the ship. Okay, Yaks are closing in on the task force with their AS-7 carry anti-ship missiles. We are being fired at with 5-inch guns. Let's go ahead and engage. Caliber 1-2, go ahead and break a little bit here. Actually, you know what? Caliber 1-1, you drag it. Caliber 1-2, increase speed. Let's get moving. We're going to try to hit this Nox and finish it off. And destroy every NATO asset in the area. All because they blew up my 1 Yak. Okay. Get ready to pop up and engage. Caliber 1-1, turn back in. Come on. The Nox is moving pretty slow. She's borderline dead in the water. Should be firing here momentarily. There we go. Missile away, heading towards the target. Good stuff. Deploying chaff. That is not going to do a whole lot. You can see where the first one hit. And another one's going to hit in almost the same exact place. Good. Doesn't even look like she's firing anymore. I think that knocked her 5-inch gun offline. Engage one more time with another missile. And then we'll go after the Brook. It doesn't look like she's firing at us. She is burning up. Look at that massive smoke plume over there. Okay, a second hit on the Nox, hopefully. There we go, impact. There's no way she is surviving that. She's got to be done for. Guns not offline. They're shooting. Okay, head towards the Brook. Finish the Brook off. Let's see. We have plenty of fuel to do this. Yeah, we sure do. I have 2 more inbound as well. We can engage the last 2 merchant ships with guns and such. Okay. Another one at the Brook. Please. There we go. Popping up. Missile away, heading towards the Brook. And look, her stern is pretty much entirely underwater. There we go. Another hit on target. That sent the Brook down. She is sinking. Let's hit the Nox one more time. Let's hit it with another missile. Why the heck not? Popping up, looking good. The Nox is dead in the water. Her gun is still tracking something way out there. And yeah, I mean, it is futile for them. This is going to be a direct hit. There we go. Target destroyed. That is all the frigates eliminated. RTB, go ahead and head back home. We are going to close in and engage with guns. Well, I wanted to engage with guns, however, our next flight of Yaks is already on station. They are engaging both of the merchant ships. Just get some target practice in here. 1 missile away, heading towards the freighters. And these should be relatively simultaneous impacts here. There we go, 1 hit. There we go. 1 hit on both of them. There we go. Second hit. There we go. Good stuff. Secondary explosions. They're still afloat. They may need a little more encouragement than that, but we have crippled both of them. Merchant ships are in range. We are starting to engage with guns. Guns are just absolutely bracketing this merchant ship. She is burning. Not looking too good. Oh, jeez, yeah, just getting absolutely peppered here. That is a lot of firepower coming her way. Let's finish them off with these guns. And probably hold fire here now and start engaging the second merchant ship. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Hold fire. Engage with the next one. Engage the next ship. Already pretty low on ammunition here. There we go. One's already sinking. Let's send. We have 40 SAN-4s or SAN-3s. We have 80 of these. Go ahead and fire one of those as well. And make sure we are opening fire with the guns. Let's get some practice in. There we go. Are you firing? There we go. You are firing now. Engaging surface track. And that is the entire NATO force eliminated. Still have no idea what was going on way over here to the east. There we go. Missiles are on the rail. One away. Nice. Okay, that's heading out. Just a little extra something to send their way. And rounds falling short. That merchant ship does not look good. And here we go. Impact directly amidships. Nice. Okay, we just got a radio message here. Victory. The NATO merchants have been sunk, denying critical resources to their base in the Indian Ocean. We have now opened another front in the war against NATO, and they will be forced to spend resources in a previously uncontested region. Excellent work, Commander. And we have gained this. All crews have gained a proficiency level, seasoned. I wonder if this actually matters in this campaign right now. I know it is planned for the future. Regardless, a very good mission. Here is the after action report. You can see it was a decisive victory. We destroyed all of the NATO assets here. We did lose a single Yak-38, unfortunately. I wish I could have identified what that frigate was before we closed in. If I knew it didn't have harpoons, I wouldn't have been so worried about sending my ships in. But regardless, one Yak-38 for all of that NATO equipment. I will take it. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.